Yo, what's up, y'all? KamPlays here, VijaKam as well. Back again with a brand new episode of Half-Life, episode number 3. Last time, we just got rid of that fucking submarine monster, or whatever the fuck that shit was. I don't really understand. And now we're going to be going through more Black Mesa. There is actually going to be a lot going on in this episode. I think in this episode, we're finally going to, actually make it to the surface. And I don't know, again, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I've already told you guys before, I don't really like staying in the facility of Black Mesa for too long. And it's mostly just because of the fact that the facility of Black Mesa, you know, it's not bad at all. I need to mute my phone. It's not bad, but at the end of the day, I don't really like being in close corridors and stuff like that because, I don't know, to me it's just claustrophobic as hell. So I really like getting outside, but then again, I do have stuff to say about this game later on because I don't even know if going outside really fixes my problem per se. But yeah, with that being said, this is just another episode of Half-Life, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. It's actually been a long time since I've actually recorded this. I have been extremely busy, and I've got a whole lot of stuff going on in my life at this point in time. So it's been a long time since I've actually recorded this. So some things I might, if I might reiterate things I've already said, then I apologize. But at this point in time, I have edited every other episode of Half-Life. So at this point in time, all the episodes will be consecutive, and there won't be too much of a wait. Or, again, this will just be like a regular Let's Play. So yeah. But yeah, I really do like coming back to Half-Life. I don't know what it is. While I actually can say negligible things about Half-Life, honestly, because I don't know if I've said this before, but while I think Half-Life is a cool game, it's not my favorite. I don't really think this game has, and I'm going to be completely real, I don't think this game has really aged that well, at least for me. I know there's lots of people out there who love Half-Life 1, and some people even say that they like Half-Life 1 and they don't like Half-Life 2. But for me personally, I don't know. I'll probably demonstrate it later on, what I think of Half-Life and stuff. But for right now, just know that, I just think that Half-Life 1 in of itself is a cool game. I will admit that. I mean, I still had fun playing this game, I can say that. But I'm saying all that to say that it is actually really enjoyable to commentate over this game. Half-Life for me is one of those games is actually really fun to watch, there's those games out there that are really fun to watch or just fun to play, or there's those games that there's really not that fun to watch but it is fun to play. And for the latter, I think Dragon Ball Xenoverse comes to mind immediately. But for this game, I think it's really just fun to watch. I think the other Half-Life games are definitely more fun to watch and play. But for me personally, I feel like this game is a lot more fun to watch than play. So I don't know. It's just a me thing. I really like playing Half-Life. And also, speaking of Half-Life, I'm actually in the development of another Let's Play of a Half-Life mod. For those who don't know, Half-Life is one of those games that are notorious for having hundreds upon probably thousands of mods out there that you guys have probably heard about in some way, shape, or form if you're watching this video. The mod that I'm going to be playing actually is a completely different fucking game. Well, not a completely different game, but it was a mod made in Half-Life, and it basically became its own standalone game, and that game is Cry of Fear. Now, I haven't revealed this yet, but Cry of Fear is made by the same people who made Afraid of Monsters. You guys probably should know what Cry of Fear is if you've been on the internet for at least in the last 10 years. It's a horror game made in the Half-Life engine, and of course, this guy's telling you to get to the surface and stuff like that. But it's a horror mod made in the Half-Life engine, and it is actually made by a team. Well, I don't know their name at this point in time, but just look it up and you'll find it. It is, honestly, guys, I'm going to be honest with you guys, Cry of Fear is the scariest game I have ever played. It is one of the most horrifying experiences I've ever, experienced. I don't know what it is, but back when that game came out, I was 11 years old, and that game fucking terrified the shit out of me with its fucking design, the music, the setting. It's a very atmospheric game. It's like very psychological horror. I wouldn't say like it's just straight horror, but like it's definitely like a psychological horror game, and it's one of the worst ones, like in a good way. I mean, and yeah, I love it for that. I was gonna play Afraid of Monsters before, but for some reason, one day I was just like, "Fuck it, man! I feel like playing Cry of Fear for some reason." So I started playing Cry of Fear because I wanted to, you know, get over my pardon the pun, but the fear of playing that game. And yeah, it's been going good so far. I'm on chapter 4 or 5, I think. I think it's like a 10 chapter game or 8 or something like that. And I'm actually having a lot of fun. So expect that Let's Play probably to come after Half-Life. I'm still debating on if I should do Blue Shift or Opposing Force. I probably should at this point in time. These guys fucking suck, by the way. I probably should do those games just because if I'm gonna play Cry of Fear, which is a mod, I might as well play like the actual expansion packs. So I might just like bite the bullet. I've also been like debating on if I should play Black Mesa, which I've mentioned before, which is basically like a complete remaster of Half-Life 1 in the Source engine, which is still very fucking good. It's just, you know, I do want to move on to Half-Life 2 because I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but the reason why I'm actually playing the entire Half-Life series in general is because one night I was just kind of like, fuck man, I need to play something. And I decided to play Half-Life 2. And I loved Half-Life 2 enough that I wanted to fucking... Oh, hey, look at this guy. Oh, shit. Okay, that was a very, very fake-ass reaction. Yes, I knew that was gonna happen. But I just thought that was fucking insane. Like, this guy literally dies live on stream. And we can't do nothing about it. You can try to save him if you save, but it's not gonna do anything. At least I'm not sure. If anyone in the comments knows if you guys can actually like save that guy, I completely doubt it. I think there might even be like an invisible wall or something there. I'm not sure. Also, we are introduced to these fucking female assassins, which I can't tell if they're hot or not. So I was gonna call them hot, but like I can't really tell if they're hot because they're very like dark. Of course, because they are assassins, they gotta wear like dark, like shady clothing. But like you can barely see them, and they're honestly kind of hard to kill because like they're very nimble and they jump all over the place. They don't do that much damage to you, but they can be pretty like difficult to deal with. I had to edit out a lot of my little deaths. I kept going around in circles and not knowing what the frick to do. They're not too bad. It's just kind of hard to hit them sometimes, and it can be just a little bit annoying. But they shouldn't give you that much trouble. And I probably shouldn't be mentioning this here. Actually, I won't mention this here. I'll mention this probably in Half-Life 2. But if I don't, female... Fuck! I completely forgot about that. I don't know what the fuck happened. She kills me, fucking blows up, does a backflip, fucking explodes. I don't fucking know what that shit was about. Fucking love this game, man. But, what was I saying? Yeah, when I was recording Half-Life 2, I was loving it so much. I had an amazing playthrough. I loved it. And I decided to say, fuck it, I'm going to play the entire rest of the series. And that's exactly what I did. Like I said in the last recording, I completely, you know, beat the entirety of Half-Life. So, you know, there's that. So now we're doing this Let's Play series, and honestly, I should have uploaded this series like throughout the summer, but again, I've had a lot of stuff to do. But you guys can expect more of Half-Life on this channel in the coming, you know, times and stuff like that. I know I've been like kind of focusing more on like one-off videos, which are fun and just little videos I like to make when I'm just playing games and just having fun, and I edit back and I edit in like the best clips and stuff like that. But like, you know, I will get back to the traditional Let's Play, but then again, I have other stuff to worry about, like the Danganronpa Let's Play, and also the Danganronpa review, which is, oh shit, fuck, we just got mugged or some shit. Yeah, these guys fucking mug you. This is actually supposed to happen. There's no way that you can avoid this.
Upside for questioning. What the hell for? We got him. Let's kill him now. And if they find the body? Body? What body?
Fuckers. Yeah, I don't know if, like, and of course we're not gonna actually fucking die. They dump us into, like, this big ass crusher or something, whatever the fuck this shit is. And the thing is that we wake up just in time before, like, the thing actually crushes you, and we're able to actually avoid it. And, you know, unless you're like a little simple-minded like me, and then for some reason you just do not get first-person platforming, apparently. Actually, to be honest with you, I think in this game is actually, like, the entirety of the Half-Life series has made me better at, like, FPSs, like, in general. I think that it's a good series for me to get, like, it was a good series for me personally to, like, get more into, like, FPS controls and stuff like that. Because, again, before I got on the internet, I was mostly just a console guy. And it wasn't until, like, the last year or so that I completely just dedicated myself to being a console, or not a console, but a PC gamer. I don't really have too much interest in getting consoles right now anymore. And any of my friends who are listening to that, yes, I did just admit that. Yes, I am now a console guy. And now we're in, well, I can't read that, but that. It was really small for some reason. But, well, at least for me. You guys probably read that easily if you're watching this in full screen or on YouTube or something. But yes, guys, we are finally on the surface or outside of Black Mesa. And you want to know how long we're going to be here? For like 2 minutes, because we're going to have to go right back inside. Like, literally, this is such a fucking tease, just like fucking earlier. You know, with the fucking, the part where you have to, like, send that rocket or whatever. That's such a fucking tease, man. Like, I just want to stay outside. I don't want to go back in. There's something, like, inherently claustrophobic after a while of just being inside these tunnels and hallways, man. At least to me. I gotta go right back inside this. Like, ugh. I don't know. I liked Half-Life 2 more because you were less inside buildings and stuff like that. And when you did go inside buildings, it was actually kind of cool. But, what was I mentioning? Yeah, I think I was talking about the Danganronpa review. The Danganronpa review is still in production. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but it is a review I've been working on for the first Danganronpa game. And I've just been working on it. It's like one of my most ambitious videos, if not my most ambitious video, because there's a lot of editing, there's lots of writing. I have to write. Currently, I'm on like 26 pages of a script. It's probably gonna be a lot more to where that comes from, because, like, I don't know. I feel like I have to do the game justice, because if you guys didn't know, I'm a huge Danganronpa fan. Even though, like, the series is basically over at this point, I still love the series, you know, and Danganronpa has done a lot for me that I will illustrate in those videos. So whenever I get to Danganronpa, you know, yeah. I have uploaded Danganronpa, like, the Let's Play over, and, like, if you guys have been around the channel for a long time, I have uploaded Danganronpa episodes on this channel before, but, unfortunately, they were just not, like, I just don't think it was the time to upload them, and I just don't think it was the... You know, I just don't think it was the right, you know, circumstances for the situation. I don't know how to say it. But with that being said, I will be probably after Half-Life or sometime afterwards, I will start uploading Danganronpa episodes. So yeah, there is that. I probably should stop talking about, like, other games and stuff like that. But hey, I can't freaking help it, man. I just want to talk about anything I want to, because you know, we're looking at Half-Life, okay? These are like, you know, big, long sessions, you know what I'm saying? Like, what else am I supposed to do? Well, I mean, I could talk about the game, but, you know, that's boring. Nah, I'm just kidding. But, like, you know, Half-Life is Half-Life. You know, you've seen this stuff before. I do have to say, like, Half-Life in general, like, this comes from a time, like, in video games where, like 3D games were kind of like at its like infancy, because this game was released, remember, in like 1998. That time, you know, the 90s were like, you know, the Sega Genesis, the Super Nintendo, stuff like that. And you know, this had just came out, and like, you know, the PlayStation had just come out like what, 3 years before this game came out, which was like the first 32X console or whatever, or not the first, but like the first like 3D based console that they were really pushing for. And I really like, I mean, it's just weird looking back at this stuff because it's like a very blocky look that like these early games like had because of the polygon counts and stuff like that. And it's just so weird like going back to this time. You know, it's like, because it was like right before I was even like a thing, you know, 1998. I was born in 2000. So like this is like right before I was born, you know. You know the game that came out when I was born? Fucking Pokemon Generation 2, Majora's Mask, like those games came out when I was born. I'm not sure if like those games came, like I don't know if there was a game that like specifically came out like the day that I was born. There probably was, but I don't remember. But because how the fuck would I remember? Like, but no, I'm just saying like it's just weird like going back to these times, you know. I don't think I started playing it. Like my first console ever was like a PlayStation 2. And I shit you not, I got it when I was 2 years old. Oh yeah, and now I'm thinking about, yeah, the fucking PlayStation 2 came out like 2 months after I was born. I just remembered that. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. Like I'm linked to that era. I love the PlayStation 2. I love this era of video games, is what I'm trying to say. It was a very amazing time. Fun fact, actually, this game actually did come out on the PlayStation 2. It was a good port from what I actually remember people saying. I have never played it because for some reason I never owned Half-Life 2 on the PlayStation 2. I mean, not Half-Life 2, but Half-Life 1 on the PlayStation 2 for some weird reason. I mean, of course, like when I was younger, I wasn't really interested in like shooting games. I've never really been, I don't know why I thought I could shoot that. But like when I was younger, I was never like really interested in like shooting games like at all. I was never like too crazy about like shooting things and all that stuff. If I was playing games, I was more into stuff like, you know, Sonic the Hedgehog and you know, Mario, and it was mostly Sonic, but Mario as well. But you know, I just never was really interested in this stuff, like even other like franchises. So of course I never got to experience stuff like this or like fucking Halo or something like that. I mean, I didn't even have like Xbox Live. We were dead poor at that time and I couldn't afford that shit anyway. But you know, it's a long time coming, you know. I think this is like a really awesome expedition that I'm going on with this game, you know. The fact that I'm like actually playing a completely playing like a 3D first person game all the way. Like, this is not my first time. I don't know what first person game I've ever been in. There's probably a lot of them, I don't know. But you know, it's weird. It's, you know, it's just like actually being interested in this stuff. Now, I think kind of what got me into first person shooters was Halo. Because I remember watching like videos at the time of like people doing like machinimas and stuff like that. Like, oh man, I want to do that too. That's kind of cool. Then I saw like I got like Halo 3 for like the Xbox 360, and which is kind of weird because I think Halo Reach was out at that time, but I digress. I got Halo 3, and I remember just being so addicted to Halo 3, and I remember just having the fucking most crazy fucking day with that game. Actually, in fact, there was a fucking moment where I was playing with like my dad, and I was playing like fucking Halo 3 with him in co-op, and like the fucking thing Red Ring. In fact, I actually kind of wrote about it because I thought it was a fucking like little creepy story. So here we have fucking creepypasta reading time. Okay. I remember this one night when I was playing Halo 3 co-op with my dad. It was dark outside and I think we were almost done with the campaign until suddenly the console shut off, leaving us both in the darkness while a red flashing light was emitting from the Xbox. At the time, I had heard about the Red Ring, but I never had actually seen one myself. Seeing it in real life was scary. Seriously, 1 second we were playing Halo shooting things, and the next we were sitting in the pitch black darkness with the red warning sign coming from below the TV. We called it a night that night. My dad went to bed, and of course I had to sleep out in the living room on the air mattress by myself in this dark and big scary house. I was really terrified of the dark at the time, and it didn't help that I was still trying to catch my breath. This was when I finally understood the horrors of the Red Ring of Death. Yeah, sure, it might sound funny, but I still had that memory with me for years. I had it repressed for a long time, but after watching some videos of the Red Ring of Death, it came back to me. Pray that Microsoft never make a catastrophe come to life as was the Red Ring of Death ever again. Did you guys like my short creepypasta? No, but seriously though, that shit fucking creeped me out. I still remember that fucking night. Creeped me the fuck out. Like, cause literally, like, we were just playing the fucking game, shooting shit. Immediately it fucking turns off, pitch black darkness. Fucking thing is flashing red after that. And you know what the weirdest thing about that is? The Xbox actually still worked after that. Like, we still, like, played games on the Xbox, which is the craziest thing. Because you think that, I always thought that, like, after, and it was the white Xbox too. It wasn't like the Elite, or it was the Slim, or the E, or whatever. No, it was the fucking white Xbox, and it still actually somehow worked after that. And I still don't understand why. Maybe someone in the comments could clarify that. Maybe it was like a separate issue than the GPU, which I heard is the most common culprit of Red Ring of Deaths or whatever. But, you know, whatever. I don't know. We've been talking about Xbox for a long time. We completely sidelined from that, from Half-Life. Because we were talking about the port for the PlayStation 2. But I will say that apparently this game was actually supposed to be ported to the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast was originally supposed to get a slice of Half-Life action. But it was actually canceled because... And it was actually complete too. I think it was like leaked online or something. Like the actual like ROM or something. And they canceled it, and like because of the fact that like the Dreamcast was like, you know, doing terribly, and you know, of course it wouldn't probably be profitable. I think they still should have released it anyway, but you know, whatever. It was years ago. I think it was supposed to actually come out in 2000 as well. Of course, I'm getting like fucking confused here, so I finally find out where I'm supposed to fucking go. This part's really weird. I do not like this section. On another note, this game did come out for like the original Xbox, but did you know that Half-Life 2 also came out on the original Xbox? How the fuck did that happen, by the way? But like, this game also, Half-Life 2 also came out on the original Xbox, which I look back at that, and it's really a technical marvel how that game was able to actually get like running on that system. And it's the full game too. It's not like it was really cut or anything. I mean, sure, it's like a lot compressed, but like, yeah, mind you, the Xbox, like Half-Life 2 is definitely what I would say. Like, I would say it's comparable to like an Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3 game. So the fact that they were able to compress that to an Xbox, I call the original Xbox 180. The fact that they were able to like compress it to an Xbox 180 format is really astounding, and it honestly makes me really wonder, like, if they would actually do Half-Life 2, like if ever it was planned for Half-Life 2 to come out for the PlayStation 2 in the compressed format. But I don't think it was like actually like powerful enough at all, because everybody knows at this point that the PlayStation 2, even though it was the most popular console at the time, was not as powerful as the GameCube or the Xbox. Which is really weird to say nowadays, because it's usually the reverse. Well, mostly. Anyway, I was always a PlayStation 3 guy anyway myself, so yeah. But I digress. What the fuck am I, Clement? I keep saying I digress. But yeah. That's pretty much like all I really had. You don't know how hard it is to like commentate sometimes, especially after you've been like, you know, doing this for a while. But like, you know, sometimes, oh, it's this fucking guy. Oh, that's nice. What the fuck? Yeah, these are new enemies. You're gonna see more of them later. There's only one guy in here. They kind of fucking suck. I think this. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, this is probably gonna kill me. Oh, never mind. Killed him though. Oh, killed him. Fucking that Black Dynamite clip where he's like, ooh, kill him. Killed him. I don't know. Look it up. Anyway, I probably should have pushed this button, and I did. This button is really cool. You know why? Because it kills all those head crabs in there with electricity and stuff like that. I think I've already said this before, but like this game was made on the Gold Source engine. It's weird how like I can see some Gold Source stuff actually being from like the Source engine. And of course these get fucking guys again. I don't know if it's been talked about before. Why am I crowbarring them? Oh yeah, that's right. I lost all my fucking guns. I completely forgot. Or wait, didn't I have a pistol before? What the fuck? Actually, no. I think I actually lost all my ammo, so that made sense, I guess.
Sure, there's a few scientists hiding somewhere in the labs. Maybe with both of us looking, we can track them down and get them to let us out.
Yeah. So now what we gotta do is we gotta go find some scientists, and they're gonna like let us out and stuff like that. Now, this guy right here, because he said let us out, I honestly thought, yeah, we gotta keep this guy with us because, like, you know, this is the canon Barney right here. Okay, this is the canon dude. He's got to be with us. I think this is okay. So this right here is kind of like, I guess you could say, like the main entrance of Black Mesa. Like this is like the lobby, I guess you could say. After this, we'll actually finally be out of Black Mesa, but don't expect that for a little bit. But yeah, guys, it's pretty much how it's gonna be. I think Barney's fucking gone. Oh no, he's right there. But yeah, I don't know. I'm still getting stammered over my words. Like I'm not sure like if like the Gold Source engine was built with the Source engine. Because I think it has been evidenced before that you can actually find like lines of code from the Gold Source engine in the Source engine. I'm not sure about that, but it remains to be seen. I don't understand game development all that much, and I don't know why I couldn't just say, hey, let's just go inside here and explode them all. I think that's what I was actually trying to do, but Barney didn't want to fucking listen to me, and he just wanted to keep fucking shooting shit. So there's that. And also we get this new item. This thing is kind of like a grenade thingy thing. I think they explode upon like they touching someone, but I think the thing about this thing is that they attach to like your enemies and stuff like that. Of course, don't try to throw it like yourself or whatever, like what I was trying to do. But yeah. You know, one thing I actually don't think I've actually mentioned at this point in time was that I honestly do find it creepy, the fucking soldier sounds. If you notice, like, whenever you encounter soldiers in this game, they make, like, very weird, like, you can hear them saying things. They're obviously human. I'm not, like, suggesting that they're, like, alien-like creatures or whatever. But the way that their voices are, like, they're filtered through their masks and stuff like that is really creepy sounding. And it's, I don't know, it's like, you hear it and it's like, what the fuck am I listening to? Like fucking some scary ass creepypasta or some shit. I don't know. At least that's how I feel about it, at least. I'm not sure about other people. Yeah, seriously, like, you hear these guys, like, what the fuck? Am I fighting a fucking human, or am I fighting some fucking thing or something? I don't know. At least it's just how I feel, at least. I don't know. Yeah, this game can be pretty fucking creepy and shit. I mean, I don't even know if I've really, like, demonstrated this, but Half-Life can be a really creepy series in a weird way. Like, it's not explicitly creepy like other things, but it can be a very subtly scary series. I would say that if you're expecting this game to be like a horror game, I wouldn't say like no. It does have like its creepy moments, and I will say that it might startle you and maybe even jump scare you sometimes. And I think I should have just realized that that was probably the death of my best friend. And I don't know if you guys have noticed before. Yeah, these guys really fuck up these guys, as you can see. And of course, my awesome shotgun as well. But of course, we lost our best friend, Marty! Rest in peace, my dear friend. I fucking love that guy. Yeah, I was alluding to it the entire time that he was gonna die. I don't know if it was... I don't know if I like alluded to it properly though. I wanted that guy to live because he said like we were gonna get out of here. I really wanted him to live. That particular Barney, I wanted to live. And yes, there are multiple Barneys. I don't know if I should really mention this at this point because it might break immersion, but there are multiple of the same model in this game. I mean, that's kind of common for like games at this time and even games probably today. But Barney is the model of Barney at least is like all over the fucking place because it's like every fucking cop. Of course, if you actually play the games, if you actually think about this in real life, no, they're not the same guy. They are completely different people. But the thing is, it's like, you know, in the game, they're just supposed to be like the same model. There is an actual Barney that is Barney, like the canonical real Barney, like not the clones. You actually play as Barney in Blue Shift, Half-Life Blue Shift, which again, like I said, is the expansion pack for this game. So, it's another reason why I probably should play that. But you play as the actual Barney. Now, I don't know if it's canon to the Half-Life series, because I heard that the expansion packs are not canon to Half-Life. I wouldn't say so. I like when things are canon. I don't like when people say that something is not canon, and it's like it could obviously just be canon. You know, Opposing Force could be canon. This game could be canon. Fucking, what's another thing that people say that's not canon? Like, just other, like, Half-Life things that people have developed, like, third-party wise or whatever, could be canon. I'm not saying, like, Half-Life project, like, modifications, like, Hunt Down the Freeman or, like, which I still have not played. I just heard it's, like, a really bad mod or something. Or, like, canon. But I'm just saying, like, it's fun for things to be canon. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, I don't really give a fuck about the Dragon Ball canon. I just like it when things are canon. Or I just like it when things happen. But yeah, this part right here, we gotta activate like all these lasers. But of course, before we do that, we got to like, we gotta like kill all these people and find the laser switches and stuff like that. And yeah. But just in general, you know, I don't know, man. But like I was saying before, though, Half-Life is not that scary of a series. I would recommend it, though, if you want to get like a little bit, you know, get your little Jimmy scared. Also, that's pretty fucked up. If you notice, like, there was like some scientists like talking back there about some shit, and then they explode, and that's how we're able to get this gun, which is the, don't know what you call it actually. It's a gun that lets you shoot lasers, and you can actually charge it up and stuff like that. And of course, this guy just keeps fucking killing me because, yeah, I don't fucking know. This I should have edited this out. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not perfect at this. Damn. See, and this is like, this kind of like is a perfect opportunity for me to like show you guys. And also, yes, those things actually bounce off of walls. This should be a perfect opportunity for me to like demonstrate to you guys like what I personally don't like about Half-Life. Now, I'm playing this, I think, on normal. I didn't know that my health and my armor was gonna go like down like this rapidly. Like, I don't know what it is, but I don't like to die like really easily in well, of course I don't want to die easily in a shooting game because I'd want to keep playing the game instead of dying all the time. But it just remains because I hate dying like so many times in a game. Like, yeah, sure, you have those players out there that can probably play this game like very like seamlessly, and they can just keep playing it and playing it and playing it, and they don't really die all that much or lose that much health. But at the same time, I just think, you know, Half-Life in general, it's really easy for you to lose health, and I don't know, it's just very let's just say, guys, there's gonna be some changes in the next episode, which is actually gonna be the last episode now that I'm thinking about it. This Let's Play was actually supposed to be 5 episodes, But I changed it because, well, apparently the next episode is going to be the longest episode, but it's not going to be that long at all. It's going to be like, you know, just a little bit longer than this one. We'll just say that. Because I think at the end of the day, Half-Life isn't really a long game, like, at all. If you've watched this Let's Play, like, from front to back, it's probably not going to, like, be that long for you. I would say probably about 3 hours and some change or something like that. I'm not sure, maybe a little bit longer than that. But yeah, I've seen, like, a normal Half-Life playthrough by, like, other people be, like, 3 hours long. Like, it's really not that long of a game. I think your first time, though, it might take you about, like, 10 hours or something like that. I've heard that is, like, a thing or something. But, you know, of course, I don't think I even took that long. I don't think so. I mean, it did take multiple sessions, but it only took me, like, what, 4 sessions to... No. Yeah, it took me 4 sessions to beat this game. And they were about, like, hour-long some sessions, so, come on, do the math and all that stuff. It's not really that long of a game. And you know what? That's great nowadays because I don't really like long-ass games. Like, I like it when a game is long, but I don't at the same time. Like, for instance, like Devil May Cry. Like, those aren't really that long of games. Like, you can beat those games in, like, 10 hours or something like that. I'm not really a fan of longer games unless it's, like, an RPG or an open-world game. Case in point, Sonic Frontiers. One of my favorite Sonic games of all time that really... really revitalized my love for Sonic the Hedgehog. Do you guys know how long it took me to beat that fucking game? As opposed to every other Sonic game that I could probably beat in like a couple of hours, Sonic Frontiers, for me to 100% complete it, took me about 40. And at this point in time, I have 66 hours in that game. Mind you, this is one of my most played like Steam games, you know? It's going above like so many other Sonic games right now. Like on my Steam list, above like even stuff like Freedom Planet and stuff like that. And I played a lot of those games. Okay, what I'm trying to say is that long games are cool when they're good games, like when they're consistent and they don't have like too much stupid ass shit going on. They are cool. I love them, but of course, you know, I don't really like playing long games all the time. But yeah, anyway. So with that, we were actually able to, like, you know, fucking laser a wall, and now we gotta deal with me fucking dying every fucking time I try to go down here. Yes, I actually died here a couple of times because I don't know how you're supposed to fucking land, honestly, like legitimately, because I just don't understand. I did it a fucking weird way, because if you actually, like you just saw, if you actually use that gun, it gives you a little bit of recoil, and the recoil is enough to push you back a little bit that if you were falling, you would actually fall, you would actually descend slower. So I was able to use that, and I was able to descend safely. It was a very IQ 3658 move right there.
You'll have to shut down the surgical unit first. Peters switched it on, but I'm afraid he never made it back.
But with all of that being said, you know, just doing the normal Half-Life thing, doing all that we can. Of course, we gotta turn off these things so these scientists can go through, which doesn't really make a lot of sense because, you know, we just went through it. And even though we have an HEV suit to protect us, like, do you really have to have a special suit in order to go through that? Like, you guys can't just, like, tiptoe through that? Like, come on, man. It's not even that deadly. Like, I'm pretty sure if you fucking ran into that, I mean, you die instantly for me, but, like, that doesn't even look like it would really hurt you, you know? Then again, maybe it is moving fast enough, but I'm not sure, like, if it is. I don't know. Maybe someone else will know.
Lead the way.
Anyway.
I certainly hope you know what you're doing.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, I mentioned this before, or I think I should have, but Half-Life 1, I have played this game before multiple times, and I have done like co-op playthroughs and such. But I will admit that I have been carried a lot by my friends over the years when playing these games. So even though I have played this game in co-op mode, I wasn't really doing much. This is, like, again, one of the definite reasons why I'm doing this in the first place is because I love the Half-Life series, even when I was just playing co-op and just, you know, as a backseat gamer, as they say, you know, I still loved Half-Life regardless, and I wanted to experience the games myself. And, you know, actually beat them, like, thoroughly, you know, just so I could say, like, oh yeah, I beat these games and I know how to judge them on their own merits without just having some friends around, you know. But, you know, of course, I didn't have that when I did the co-op playthroughs, but now I'm doing this, and I didn't remember a lot of what happened before, like in my co-op playthroughs at all. So
Hell out there. It's completely under military control. You'll have to sneak and fight your way from one end to the other, and I don't expect you'll meet many of our peers along the way. But if you do survive and somehow make it across the base, you'll end up at the Lambda complex, where the rest of the science team has taken shelter. I wouldn't
just checking all my freaking guns.
let them know that you are coming.
Reloading everything. So yep, that guy just, you know, runs to the corner and just goes back. He probably should leave, and you know, no particular reason at all. But we'll find out later. But yeah, with that being said, guys, welcome to the outside world, and we're already bombarded by fucking people. Yeah, of course, we just freaking died. But yes, guys, we are finally outside in Half-Life. And, you know, I would say, like, thank God at this point, you know, like, finally I got what I wanted, which is to be outside and not inside, you know. But at the end of the day, though, at this point in the game, I was getting a little bit tired of like, certain things. So by the time I got outside, finally, I was like, dang, well, I guess I'm outside now, you know. I don't have to deal with, like, enclosed spaces like how I did in the complex, but, you know, I still have to deal with, like, these guys and now platforming. I do prefer being outside in general. I think this is actually one of my favorite parts of the game. And spoiler alert, this is pretty much how it's going to be for most of the rest of the game. And there's going to be a definite big change in the next episode, but I won't spoil that, will I? Yet. Anyway. So yeah, it is literally like a fucking war zone out here. As case in point, it is war out here. And there's like so much stuff going on, and you gotta like dodge and weave, and I think there's hit scans, so I don't even know if I would have been able to even avoid that freaking thing. The best thing to do here is to literally just jump into the water. I don't know why I was trying to fucking fight them off, but nah, definitely just jump in the water. And be sure to look around every time you jump into a body of water in this game, because you never know what's gonna lurk. Because, I mean, you know, it would be crazy if some type of crazy, like whatever creature. What the hell is that sound? Oh, it would be kind of crazy, though, like, if there was some creature. The fuck? Oh, shit, it's a fucking bull squid. That's what they're called, right? Or something like that. Anyway, no, I think they're called rhinoceros or something. Some fucking dinosaur name or some shit. I don't know. We'll be on the lookout for that guy. You gotta go back up in there, because you are definitely not going across that bridge right there. You are not doing that. I mean, try, but you shouldn't. There's a helicopter right there that's gonna, like, you know, shoot you and stuff. So, you know, I will admit, actually, after playing the entire Half-Life series, I decided to try to think, like, of any other franchise that I always wanted to completely play, but I never got the chance to. And one of those franchises was Halo. I think I mentioned this before, but god damn, that thing is fucking scary. Like, when you really look at that thing, like, close up, like, holy shit. But I played Halo 3, right? I loved Halo 3, and I really only played it because I saw videos of it on YouTube, and I got like, oh my god, this is kind of cool. It's like fun. It's not like, I guess, like, again, I wasn't, growing up, I wasn't into like Call of Duty and Halo and stuff like that. But you know, of course, like, I tried to play Halo 1, right? Like Halo Combat Evolved, and maybe the game's just too hard or whatever, but I actually, I was gonna do like a let's play of that game. I actually did start recording it, but then I deleted it because I was like, I don't know if I'm really into this game. Because, you know, the biggest problem with me playing games is that I will like play a game and then I'll stop playing it for absolutely no reason. But it's really only because I have other things to play. Like, again, I have ADHD. I tend to do stuff like this like all the time. So, you know, and I even did it with like Pokemon Scarlet. You know, I actually well, Pokemon Violet, which was the version I got. I got Pokemon Violet, and I was actually loving that game. I haven't played that game in, I want to say, I think since May. It's August at the time of this recording. So I haven't played that game in about 3 months. So that's not too bad for my standards, but, you know, I do that a lot, you know, and it's like I always drop a game before. I mean, that's why I say before, like, there is a problem with, like, game length sometimes. Like, for me, I don't like it when a game lasts for too long because there's a risk that I might do something like that. If it's a shorter game, then there's less of a risk. But if it's a longer game, hell yeah. Why do you think to this very day I still haven't played Breath of the Wild? Like, I mean, I played Breath of the Wild, but I've never beaten that game. I don't even think I got that. The last time I played it again, I don't even think I got that far in it, you know? It took me a long time to beat Metroid. It's like Metroid Zero Mission. I eventually did beat Metroid Zero Mission. I know the game is considered like a short Metroid game, but, you know, it happens. For me, I just have to know what I'm playing, and I have to, like, dedicate myself to it. And really, I need to start taking some real medication for my ADHD because I hate that I do it so many times. I do it so many times with like videos and games, and honestly, it's becoming a problem. So hopefully someday I can update you guys on some good news about that because I hate it. I hate that happens. Like just imagine, for all you people who don't have ADHD or who have maybe like a lower spectrum ADHD, imagine like really wanting to do stuff and then just not being able to. That's just kind of like on my mind right now. I can't shake it. Even with all this war going on. But that was actually the reason why I was trying to play Halo, and I just stopped playing Halo like halfway through. I don't even think I got that far. I think like Halo 1 is like 10 chapters, and I got like 4 chapters in or something like that. So, okay, thinking of it like that, it's actually not that bad, but, you know. Anyway, maybe I'll get to Halo sometime later. But again, like I said before, shooting is not really my thing. I'm more of a platformer guy. And shooting games are just kind of like my, I try it sometimes, I might like it, I might not. One shooter that I really like playing, I think one shooter game that I really like though is Doom. Doom is amazing, especially like even the classic Doom games and Doom 2016. But fun fact, I actually stopped playing, Jesus Christ, watch out for the landmines. I actually stopped playing Doom 2016. I still have that game. But I stopped playing that game because of one reason, and that's motion sickness. I don't know what it is, but I don't know if I mentioned this before also, but I get motion sickness weirdly easily sometimes. For instance, I got motion sickness while playing Super Mario Odyssey. Like, when that game first came out, I played it, I actually got motion sickness, and it was hard for me to actually really play that game. This fucking thing can, like, explode me instantly. So be on the lookout for that one. I think that one is, like, scripted. So, yeah. But, I got motion sickness from playing Super Mario Odyssey. I got motion sickness from playing Sonic 3D Blast. I've got motion sickness actually from playing this game. I think I've mentioned that before. I got motion sickness playing this game at a lower field of vision. Now I don't. I'm even looking at this. I'm not getting any type of motion sickness whatsoever. It also might like depend on like the health state I'm in, because sometimes I I might not be in the best like form or whatever. So maybe my motion sickness is a lot more, you know, a lot more easy to trigger. Like even yesterday, like I had a doctor's appointment and someone had to come take me, and I'm riding in a car in the back seat, and I'm like fucking dying. Like I'm like dizzy. I feel lightheaded. I felt like I wanted to throw up. It was terrible. And that was just from riding in the car. So I don't know what is up with me and motion sickness. I mean, maybe I just have a sensitive inner ear or something. Like I'm a fucking Viltrumite or some shit. But that's the reason why I stopped playing Doom. I love Doom too. I love the fast, action, speedy gameplay of that. I love platformers like that. And this part's kind of epic. And I get fucking shot, lit up and shit. So this part right here is, well, basically a cliff section part or whatever. I don't know what to really call it. This part is kind of crazy because, as you can see, we're out in like some type of Grand Canyon area, and again, like this is New Mexico, so I don't know. Maybe this could be attributed to some type of real life geological something. But you know, we're out here, and it's just fucking crazy. This part, I don't know. To me, it is at least, and of course, I'm having trouble. This was actually kind of like starting to get to like my breaking point. Like honestly, just me dying like so many times. Again, I'm playing this game on like, what was I playing this game on, like normal or something, easy or something like that? I don't know. I forget. But I was getting to my breaking point right here. But if you actually notice, this part's really weird because if you look to the left, it's really apparent now to me now. But the fucking, that right there is a fucking, I just wanted to see like right there, like what was gonna happen if I actually jumped. But it's basically just a giant PNG. It's kind of low res too. I think it's purposely low res too because, you know, to create the illusion of distance or whatever. But yeah, this is this pipe is really weird, by the way. Like I'm at 1 health and it's weird. I had to go like down here like in a weird way. Eventually I did get it. You know, some fucking how. I don't even know what the fuck I don't know what to tell you on like what I did different there, honestly. But you know, this part, I think that that background is modeled in Half-Life Source. I think. I'm not sure though. I don't really want to play that game to find out, but you know. It's like I said before, Half-Life was remade, quote-unquote, in Source by Valve themselves, but it was such a lazy port of this game that it was basically nothing. I wouldn't even say it's really viable to play. And yeah, those fucking things break. I don't know why I just want to do that. Man, Half-Life Source, like, really sucks, man. Like, fuck. Well, I guess that's what I fucking get for saying that Half-Life Source sucks, but fuck you, Valve. That's what it is. What it is. Like that fucking sucks. Like I love Valve as like a game company. I really fucking do. Like let me tell you something right now. Out of all the game companies that I have like seen, I think Valve is probably the best out of all of them, and it's not even close. I love Valve to like damn. Both killed each other. I love Valve to death. I think it's primarily like why I'm like a predominantly a PC gamer at this point in time, because man, I don't. Valve is just too fucking good, man. Of course, there's other reasons why I love like PC gaming, such as, you know, being able to play everything on just one system, being able to upgrade, and the reliability of it all. Like honestly, I just love PCs now. It took me a long time to really realize that PC gaming was the way to go, but it really is. I still have no interest in getting a PlayStation 5, and you know what, at one point I really was like, I really wanted a PlayStation 5 so badly, but now hell no, I don't want a PlayStation 5 anymore. I mean, what am I gonna play? Fucking Devil May Cry? Oh, I got that already on PC. fucking Ratchet and Clank. Okay, that's a good one. But I think that just came to PC, didn't it? Like, I'm sure it came to PC. It came to fucking Steam too. What the fuck? Hold up. Let me look this up, because I swear to you, Ratchet and Clank came to fucking PC. It's getting fucking stupid too, because now it's like, what's the fucking point of having different consoles and shit now? And fuck you. Yeah, fucking Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart came out on Steam on July 26th of 2023. So this came out like a week or so ago. This is fucking ridiculous, man. Like, at this point, yeah, I don't really see a point in, you know, having like different consoles and stuff at this point, because it seems like Xbox is doing it, you know, Sony's doing it, and it's like no one has like exclusives anymore. You know, I know eventually Spider-Man 2 will come to PC. I'm not even like, I love Spider-Man 1. That's the thing about it. But fucking, I know that game eventually came to PC. And where do you think I got it? On PC. So, come on. I don't know. The only thing about having PC games as opposed to like console games is that there's no real what am I trying to say? There's no like, what am I trying to say? There's no, what am I trying to say? There's no physical, okay, yeah, there's no physical medium. Damn. There's no physical medium for like PC games. I mean, there is. I mean, some games are released on like DVDs or like keys or whatever, but, and also if it's keys, it's probably worse. But at the end of the day, like, you know, I don't know. That's the only thing that really gets me about like, you know, physical media. Because like, if anyone knows, like, the preservation of like video game media and stuff like that is kind of crazy. So, you know, I don't know. I'm just, that's one thing I'm trying to get right, because I really do like love to hold video games in my hand. Like one of my favorite games of all time now, Sonic Frontiers, I still don't have a physical copy of that game, and that's primarily because, well, I don't have a PlayStation 5. And I don't really see a need to get that. But I really love my PlayStation 4 though. The PlayStation 4 was like a really amazing console. I don't think anyone really talks about like how amazing the PlayStation 4 was, but the PlayStation 4, my god, that was such a fucking good console. I mean, it's not obsolete yet, but everybody knows that like PlayStation 4s are starting to age now. I just wish those consoles like shipped with like SSDs and were like faster and stuff like that, because I would still totally, like, I still have my PlayStation 4. It's not like I don't have it anymore, but I really wish, like, you know, I really wish they really just updated, like, you know, they just called the PlayStation 4 the PlayStation 5. Because one thing I don't like about the PlayStation 5 is that the fucking home screen is like not, you can't even personalize. There's like less personalization on the PlayStation 5. There's no like home screen shit. I don't even know if like you can customize like your profile anymore on the PlayStation 5. Like your PSN account. Like that stuff like really is ejecting. I don't know what is going on. Fuck. Yeah, I think you can like see a little skull right there too. If it wasn't obvious enough, there's a tank right there that I don't think I was seeing at first. I definitely don't think I was seeing that tank. It almost just shot me, goddamn. But that tank is gonna kill you in like one shot. Do not get seen by it. You have to sneak around it somehow. And it's not as simple as just going like right by it. Okay, no, I just lied to you. You can't go through here. Well, actually, can you? I'm not sure anymore. Anyway, main thing here is that you just gotta, you know, fucking blow this thing up, because I'm pretty sure like this part right gives you like some like rocket launcher ammo, which is a new weapon that we got. But and you're supposed to like shoot it at the fucking tank. I'm not sure if you can shoot the tank without, like, I'm not sure if you can beat the tank without having to fucking have a rocket launcher. Like, I don't know if you probably can. Jesus, it's fucking epic, man. And random fucking thought of the day: the PlayStation Vita is fucking amazing. You know, actually, that's not that random. I mean, we were just talking about like Sony consoles and stuff like that. But the PlayStation Vita is such a fucking amazing console. Seriously, what the fuck are they doing with this new like fucking new Sony handheld with the fucking streaming service bullshit? Like, really? I would have been so down with them making like another PlayStation Vita, like the PlayStation Vita 2, or bringing it back or whatever. Ooh, that was a nice dodge. That was a really nice dodge. Slow golf clap for me. It's amazing. But like, you know, of course they're not like doing too much with that. Also, I'll probably like talk about that later though. Ugh, Jesus Christ, son. What the fuck is going on with you? Well, I'm not really saying that because of the fact that we're basically at the end of the episode. But yes, guys, with that being said, that is going to be the semi-final episode of Half-Life 1. In the next episode, there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be changing. Like, this is going to be the last episode of the series, and there's going to be a lot of stuff going on in the next episode that you guys probably are going to be very much interested in, because I am. But with that being said, guys, thank you all for watching. Thank you guys for watching this video. All my social media links will be in the description down below. If you guys like this video, like it. Subscribe if you want. With that being said, guys, thank you all for watching. Have a good night, everyone watching this. And as always, hasta.